There we go. So welcome everyone. Let me start today by playing the Chula music therapy song for you. Yay. Okay. So welcome everyone. I'm so glad to have you tonight with us. So in order to make our open house more rich and enriching experience for all of us, I would appreciate if you can turn on your camera as we value the human touch and connection and communication. If you have questions, you can use the chat box directed at me, or everyone is fine too. So as we continue tonight, we'll try to answer your question as much as possible. I also have your questions that you submitted for the registration. So I will try to go over some questions if possible. If not, we can have other conversations later on. Um, so I can see that everyone's microphone is muted. Please remain that way so we can maintain high quality of audio. Um, and if you can set your screen name to your full name so that we can check against the registration just to make sure who was here. All right. So let me briefly introduce our program before we begin, and we'll move on to our program tonight. So we are lucky to have wonderful faculty members for music therapy. So we have two professors from Belgium who emphasizes in psychodynamic approach in music therapy utilizing improvisation and other psychotherapeutic method. Also, we have Dr. Heather Wagner from United States. She teaches psychomusicology. So, and she's also a GIM therapist and excellent music therapist. But since the time difference, she's not able to teach many classes. But we are very glad to have her on board. We have Dr. Funien, who is also a GIM therapist, and she teaches in Taiwan. So she is in charge of one of our internship or practicum seminar as well, in addition to receptive music therapy techniques. Ms. Vivian Chen is the director of choral music psychotherapy studio in Hong Kong, and she is in charge of one of the practicum or internship classes. So we also have on university faculty who teaches medicine, psychology, and music. Dr. Rose Forsabari was not able to join us tonight. She's the program director, and hopefully she'll be able to join us at least for the part of the time, but we'll have to have her greet you some other time in the future. All right. So our program is an international program conducted in English, and we offer a highly comprehensive program with 52 credits, while most master's program is around 30 to 35 credit per for their entire program. As you saw in the faculty list, we have a wide variety of faculty members with different cultural and educational and theoretical background. So we try to provide more comprehensive approach in learning. Also, our program is hybrid, meaning that part of the program is online through Zoom, and also part of it is intensive. So you saw some of the pictures that we took from the last intensive. We value blended learning, meaning that you are not only learning from the professors and in participating, but also experiential training. So we do a lot of that during the intensive and also by engaging in clinical training uh, in internship and practicum. We have dedicated space and equipment for music therapy, and we have non-thesis option, which is a mini thesis, which I would recommend for everyone, since it provides an ample research-related experience while you also get to take extra classes. So this term, we are going to start the classes in August, and the next intensive classes are scheduled for October 24 to November 5th. Okay, so I guess most of this information is available online, so please check out our website, and you should be able to search for our website by going to Chula Music Therapy on Google. Okay, so we will have question and answer period at the end.
Mr. Mo, sorry to stop you,
Eh,
but you look like you need water.
Me? Don't worry about me. Okay, so let's see. We are going to have our panel discussion about developing new careers in music therapy. So I'm very much privileged to have our first batch professionals. Now, no more students. So we have these wonderful seven music therapists here with us. So we were thinking about how to run tonight's program, and I kind of wanted it to be more casual and informal sharing of information. And since our first batch graduated less than a year ago, right? So we are still in the field exploring many different career options, and I'm very much proud of all the things that they have accomplished and still achieving. So it seems like a wonderful idea to hear directly from them. So we are going to take turns in introducing each professional, and maybe I don't know if you decided some kind of order between you, among you, but maybe we can start with a brief introduction, in sharing who you are and where you're working. And perhaps you can tell us about what you like about your current job. Okay, so who is starting? I'm guessing Estelle.
Okay, I'll go first. Hi everyone, my name is Estelle. I am from Singapore. I'm the only international student in the first cohort. So currently I'm working in Singapore General Hospital, which is the largest and oldest hospital in Singapore. And um, I work across all wards except for the emergency unit, basically. So we say that we provide music therapy from cradle to grave. Yeah, so from kids all the way to end of life. I work with the neurology department, rehab, cardiology, oncology, the women's unit, neonatal ICU, um, the various ICUs in SGH. We also serve burns, which is the only specialized burns unit in Southeast Asia. Basically, we cover the entire hospital. Yes. And what I like about my job is that it's very dynamic. So I see patients, and I also do a lot of administrative role, such as program development. I provide presentations to staff to raise awareness about music therapy. At SGH, we also are given opportunities to conduct lectures. So skills sharing, skills building to other allied health professionals. Yeah, so I think that's one thing I like about my job is that every day is so different. Yeah, so I also don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Yeah, so this is me.
Well, excellent illustration of how your job is. Thank you for sharing. Yes, so a lot of times that we don't know what's happening. We don't know what you're going to be exposed to. Okay. Next, why don't you go in the order of the pictures? Prem, would you like to go next? And maybe I will stop sharing the picture. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, hello everyone. It's so nice to see all of you. My name is Prim. I am working at Remote Hospital. It's a private hospital in downtown area. I'm working under the mental health center, and I'm also working at Attune Music Therapy, where Tete and I started together, where we provide mental health workshops for public and corporate. And I'm also working with neurodivergence in Aruno Thai Center. Yes, and I'm in Bangkok, Thailand. Yes.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. And you oftentimes invite Prim and also other graduates to campus to also share their experience with us. All right, so Puni.
Hello, everyone. For now, I work on music therapy in Khon Kaen province. I moved to Bangkok and start work in music therapy in Khon Kaen. I tell you that I had the opportunity to do internship during my master degree study. Yes. For now I work about sorry uh step finding music a job. I research present that I would be interacting in music therapy such a nursing home and hospital in Khon Kaen. I search for the company phone number and contact them to ask to make an appointment for interview. I prepare to find information and prepare slide to present what. Yes, sorry.
Thank you, Puni. So yes, despite all the internship programs that we provided, Puni wanted to conduct the internship in addition to what we had conducted in Bangkok. So that led to job in Khon Kaen, so which is wonderful. All right, thank you. Tete, are you ready?
Hello, can everybody hear me? My name is Pongthipok Sudipong. You can call me Tay. I'm a graduate from the first batch of Chula University Music Therapy Club course. Currently, I am the co-founder of Attune Music Therapy with Prem, and we are working to have therapeutic music workshops for corporates as well as any clients who might be interested. So please, if you are interested in having music therapy for yourself, please contact us as well. But other than that, I also did an internship with under the supervision of Dr. Lee at Life International Hospital from August to October of last year. And currently, I'm also working with children with special needs at Aruno Thai Center with Prim, Beam, Hitch, and soon to be with MOOC as well. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Tete. All right, let's move on to Peach.
Hello, everybody. My name is Peach Pichakon. I am a freelance music therapist in Bangkok, Thailand, and also I am a workshop provider to provide a workshop for mental health and all some kind of mental health. Yep. I'm working at the Navavet Hospital with mental health department and keeping music therapy, Aluno Thai Center with children with special needs, with Film, Prim, and Tete. And also I'm working in the soul sound music therapy studio and also private practice. Nice to meet you.
Excellent. Thank you. One.
Yes. Okay, so hello everybody. My name is Woon. Now I'm working in Thammasat University Hospital. That is the university hospital. So my population actually is quite similar to Estelle that we hold for like the all department except emergency department. So now mostly I'm working with inpatient department unit. So our clients start from like since very young in the NICU until like palliative care in the end of life. So and what I like about my job is I think that like our work is very special because when medical staff they come to observe us or they come to see us and the patient, they usually say that, oh, the patient looks so different in the music therapy session. Like they are looking forward to the music therapy session. It's different than like the other medical procedure in the hospital. So in the hospital that everything like is so stressed, we are someone who provide something that very special for them. Thank you.
Yes. Wonderful. Thank you. Theme, would you like to share?
Hi. Okay, hi everyone. You can call me Film. Yeah, currently I'm working as a freelance music therapist, and my population is adolescent and children with special needs. And one of the things that I like about this current job is always require the creativity, and the sessions is mostly is always fun and playful, and other moreover I love playing music, and I can use music to help others and also be fun with my friend and myself. Yeah, and lastly is quite like the session is always unpredictable. So before that day, may feel nervous. Yeah, and yes, it's really fun. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so I oftentimes talk with many of them, hearing about their exciting opportunities and also struggles, as Finn also just mentioned. And I think one of the exciting thing is that we maintain this high level of connection and communication that provides us to support each other. Sometimes alumni come to support and talk with the current students. Also, I try to maintain some level of supervision when possible. So maybe it's a good time to talk about some exciting things about your job, what you have done recently, some things that you particularly like about your job, or something that's very unique about your job. So um, I don't think we have decided who will talk about it. Maybe we did. So who would like to talk about their job in a little bit more in detail about what they are proud of and their recent achievement, things like that? Did you talk all about
Hi,
Estelle?
Habibi. Hi. I'm happy to hear
Sorry,
Heroes. And yeah,
I'm sorry. We have to use the time for assigned speakers. So I would appreciate if you can wait for the question times. Thank you, Ali. All right. So, Estelle, why don't you tell us about the recent symposium? I think you had a presentation at the LaSalle College. So perhaps you can share about how that went.
Okay, I was just thinking about it actually. So, I think 2 weekends ago, we celebrated Music Therapy Day in a form of music therapy symposium. So, as part of advocacy, my colleague, my supervisor, and I shared about music therapy in the acute medical setting. And our title was Medical Music Therapy Beyond Medicine in Acute Care. So, there is something that me and my supervisor has been reflecting on is that a lot of times we get referrals when everything else fails. I don't know whether that's a good or bad thing, but it's like, for example, when we see someone who has survived stroke and they are unable to coordinate their vocal cords, their muscles, right? And everyone has tried. So the doctors have given whatever medications they can have. The speech therapist has tried to do some interventions, and they are still unable to have any vocalization, any verbal output. Then they'll be like, okay, let's call in music. Sometimes it's a bit scary that we have this pressure on us. So I think that's one interesting thing about us is that we are able to adapt our music and musical elements to suit the needs of the patients. Another interesting thing that happened, which was sparked by a conversation I had with a doctor in the lift today. So I do see patients at the end of life, and when we see patients at the end of life, they are on palliative support, which means that they are not undergoing active treatment. So we call it comfort care, where we prioritize quality of life. And a lot of times, the doctors are just there to make sure that the patient is as comfortable as possible. And many times they are having the maximum dosage of pain medication, and patients are still in pain. So they will call music therapists again. Yes. So one of the things we do is providing legacy work, which is to help with anticipatory grief. So through my work, I learned about this intervention called heartbeat music therapy. So we record a patient's heartbeat and we put it in a song so that family members can remember the patients with the heartbeat. It's a tangible product that they can hold on to. And for the patients, it's also about leaving a legacy behind, right? Like we have this one lifetime, what do you want to leave behind? So I think, sorry, I don't know if I ramble on and on, but basically many dynamic parts of our job, which includes being adaptable and meeting patients at where they are. Yes, I think being able to provide support beyond medicine, especially in healthcare when medicine is supposedly the peak of like almost like superior to everything. Yeah, so music comes in when medicine falls short.
Wow, what a powerful expression. Okay, who can also share about the special part, what they like about their job? Fim, would you like to share this part?
Yes, sure. Currently, I'm working with a team which we provide the music therapy for the adolescent with developmental disabilities as a group. So the length of the function can be vary from mild to severe. So normally we have the 8 to 10 clients per session. And we have the 3 music therapists working together with 10 clients. Yeah, so the most unique aspects of this group is we have to be really reflexive. For example, when the leader of the group, lead the session, I sometimes be the co-therapist. Not only I have to observe the client or be a role model or prompt each participants. Sometimes when leader initiates something musically, such as improvisation on singing or do the movement. At that time, I need to think about, oh, how can I provide the musical element to support the leader of the group? For example, I may think about what kind of rhythmical pattern can I provide or harmony. Yeah, normally I use the guitar to make the harmony. Yeah, so why I need to think about this? Because I need to give the music to be more richful, more interesting, and provide a structure, and it can be predictable in order to hook the client attention and client interest. Yeah, and one more thing is the
Go ahead.
we need to be trust on each other because we work as a team. So when the leader go, okay, I'll go with you, and at the same time, when I am a leader, I need to be really open, to listen to my friend. Sometimes my friend whisper me, oh, I think this better, so I need to readjust myself or be reflexive. And I think working as a team is, I feel that really self-growth because we can reflect on each other after the session, and I gain more perspective and idea from my friend. Yeah.
Yeah, the keyword that you talk about, teamwork, reflexivity, and trust for each other. It really captures the essence of what we used to talk about. But it's exciting that you are putting that into practice all the time. So that's wonderful. Okay, Woon, would you like to share something about what's unique about your job as well?
Yes, I think like the unique thing is we also provide the care for the patient when I think it's quite similar to Estelle job again, that because we are working in the hospital, but we have like so many aspects that we can do for the patient. So it's not only in the just like symptom management, so we can provide symptom management for them like pain or delirium for the patient, but we also taking care of like the psychosocial or spiritual care. So I think this is so unique because when like medical doctor team, they just like try to provide mostly like the medicine for the patient, but we can look at the patient for the whole person. So it's not just this case like cancer patient, this case stroke patient, but this is A who love this song, and this is B who used to sing this song, something like that. So I like these aspects of the work. Yeah.
Great. So when medical patients have serious illness, they sometimes show sudden changes in alertness, attention, their consciousness. So that's called delirium. And sometimes because of that, they are seeing hallucinations or they're not alert and they are not responsive. And the patient themselves and the family members go through a lot of stress and difficult times. But you can see that how music can also comfort them. But in addition to that mental state, we can take a look at many aspects of psychosocial care we provide. So now that we talked about something unique and good, exciting parts about our job and work, maybe you can think about something that you haven't expected to experience. Like, what are some challenges that you experienced as a beginning professionals? Maybe some experiences that were difficult, but you found some ways to overcome that. So, Tete, would you like to share about some challenges and process of overcoming that? Oh, maybe he's not available. Camera is off. He's
Hi,
there.
sorry. Yes, some challenges. So I have never worked in a population of children before I uh, graduated and started volunteering as well as started working. So it was a very big challenge for me. It's like language. We may know the language, but it's not like we like the language. We all hate English. We know that. We might like um, French or Spanish, but we don't like English. But that's okay. That's a challenge, and that's something that we need to overcome. You know, so as I said, I've never done training with neurodivergent or neurotypical children. Um, I've never done training on that because I didn't want to touch it. When I was studying, I didn't want to touch it at all because I was so scared of my insecurities that, if I provide therapy to children, that my insecurities will bleed and conference transference will occur. Yeah. So, but then when I graduated, I'm very thankful of you, Dr. Lee, for giving me the opportunities to um, go into a hospital setting with children, and as well as uh, having a buddy, Miss Lim Peng Thai Pichup, where she was very green, and I had to train her as well, provide her with assistance that she might need. So that was very challenging for me, and I was very nervous. But that 3 month stint really gave me a new perspective into music therapy. So I really appreciated that. So something helpful for that would be the supervision with Dr. Lee and with Pichup as well. So that gave us a lot of directions, as well as keeping in mind that children they are very they are very happy with music. So when they are very happy with music, you can do a lot of things with music for them. And also parents, they like music too because their children doesn't need to watch cartoons. They can just, engage in a very stimulating, very useful music session with us. Yeah, so that was very helpful having that in mind that we are working towards achieving happiness for both the parents and the children as well. Yes. So next, I got the chance to work with Kun Prim, Kun Phim, Kun Pish. So that was with neurodivergent children. That was also very scary, but you learn something new, and I'm still trying to adapt to it. It's my second month this year. This second month this in this job. So yes, more to come. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, so our students go through 900 or more hours of practicum and internship training, and we try to place in different locations, in different institutes, different populations as much as possible. But we cannot cover all age groups and all diagnostic groups. So yes, there are some areas that interns don't get to experience. But one thing that Tete mentioned, that they are very passionate about music. So when you trust the power of music, it actually can take you a long way. And I think one of the things that also helped you and helped many of us is that continued investigation of self-awareness. Like, so being aware that I'm uncomfortable with certain population can certainly help you through those difficult times because you're continuing to observe what needs to be done, what needs to be taken care of, how to delve into these issues. And yes, supervision can be very helpful process as well. Thank you very much. Do we have other panel members to talk about difficult moments, how they overcame? Maybe one? I'm sure there are lots of challenges in the hospital as you're creating programs.
Yes, as like the one music, just one, only one music therapist in the hospital, and like the first one, so have so many things that we have to manage, like to set the consult criteria for the medical team, to send the like to refer the patient to the music therapist, and also because music therapy is still very young in Thailand, so we need to like to provide them about the information about the music therapy, explain how music therapy works, and explain how music therapists work too, because they will sometimes the patient and also like the nurse will expect that we will go to see the same patient every day but that is like impossible in the hospital setting for now, because we just we are not going to see the patients just only 5 minutes per patient, but we like we have to stay with the patient like for almost of the hour, and we also have like other document work, so many things that we have to do. So, and that is like the first just the first challenge, I think. But other than that, so because someone still like question or didn't not understand about the music therapy work, so sometimes we can be like interrupted during the session. So like like during I provide the session for the patient, like, and sometimes like the staff like cleaner, and they open the door, or like they ring the door or something like that, and everyone like surprised and shocked. So we need to like explain, and because we are new and I want them to know that like music is something that we are not like forced to the patient can choose. So it's different from like other, sometimes like the nurse trying to say to the patient that okay, music therapist come, like listen to music, something like that, and I just if today is not like the day for the patient to listen to the music, it's also okay, so the patient can choose. And this is like the very unique and the challenge that we have to try to blend our work and try to explain our work to the medical team, and like also for the patients, because the patient in Thailand, they are like, what is music therapy? Yes. Thank you.
Yes, so many people will agree that you have to explain what music therapy is several times a day, and everybody's stopping. What are you doing here with your guitar? And sometimes people call you like music lady, guitarist, or what is the one that I was used to call music man? Um, but things change with the awareness of the program increase, and that people know that music does make a difference in patients and clients' lives. Okay, so I think one of the main questions of our audience is that, so how did you find the job? Where did you look, or how did you apply? What was some process of securing jobs in music therapy? So especially since we are considering that career option, probably this is the main question. So maybe you could, most of us can talk about how you have got the job that you have. Who would like to start?
Yeah, okay, I can start.
Okay.
First, I would like to tell briefly. I got a job from the volunteers. But before the volunteers, on the third semester, one of our cohort have the internship at one hospital that provided service for the children with special needs, and he has had a session with one of the clients around 3 months. And after we graduate, client mother contact him, and she said to him that she had opened the center which would provide a service for the children with special needs, and she asked him to do the volunteers music therapy for 1 month. So he started gather the teams, and me and Prim also joined his team. yeah, at that time I didn't expect that I could get a job. But as a result, she says there were good feedback from clients and parents. So she interested in hiring us as a team. Yeah. So yeah, the benefits of doing volunteers is we have the opportunity to show what we are doing as a music therapist, and yeah, who knows, some may interested in you, and we got lucky. Yeah. So yeah,
Wow,
that's
that's very
it.
interesting. Yeah, how could you have known that the work a student has done as an intern would lead to a job? And I also hear that the group is also looking into bigger projects with larger group of people in the winter break, right? So like so maybe since it's in the same line, can one of you talk about that? Prim is in motion.
Yes, so it seems that maybe in December there will be like a big 3-day workshop with 100 families. So that would include 100 neurodivergent child, adolescent, or adult and their parents. So a total of 200 people in a 3-day workshop.
Wow. So this one individual session led to a small group music therapy sessions, and now it's like a nationwide big event with 200 people. So the small steps that we take can lead to bigger opportunities and things that you have never experienced. So that's very exciting. Who would like to share about the process of getting their job as well?
I can
Maybe,
go.
yes, Estelle, please.
Okay, so where I am working right now was where I did my final internship. So I got the job because well, it wasn't an automatic transfer. It wasn't an automatic conversion. So I applied for the internship, went through the interview and audition. So as I was doing my internship, then the opportunity came a few times. A lot of people were asking, hey, there's an opening, would you like to apply? And then I eventually did apply. So I think being an intern at that time allowed me to be immersed in the environment and allowed me to get to know people, the hiring people, and they already know me. So I didn't have to go through a second interview. So I just got the job after that. Yeah.
That's nice. Okay. Peach, could you share with us how you got the job?
Yes. For me, from Navaved Hospital, luckily I have a strong relationship, the connection with my supervisor. And one day
Ah.
she just called me, and I think she just said that, oh, Peach, do you like to come with me, go to the hospital to talk to the board member about the music therapy, to let them know what music therapy is. So yeah. In that day, I just selling like a salesman in the topic. I think Prim can Prim can talk more in detail. Yeah, and we just sell them how music therapy works and what the benefit that they will have from the music therapy. Yeah, and after that, yeah, the big opportunity is come.
Okay, well, wonderful. So, yeah, we are going to talk about those strategies, like how do you promote music therapy and how do you show them, how do you explain? Um, of course, one of the reasons that we had often participate in presentations in our classes is to help you become more comfortable with talking about music therapy yourself and what you can do. But before we move on to the strategy, maybe we can still talk about those interviews or certain processes. Woon, do you mind talking about like how you started your job?
Like for start my job, actually because I am the medical doctor before I start working. I'm studying before I study music therapy. So, Thammasat University Hospital is the university that I graduated from in my medical degree. So, and this university and this hospital never has music therapist before. So I went to see my professors for my bachelor degree and to sell them about what is music therapy and how the music therapy can work. So I also to try to say about the possibility that which population that we can work or how to start, because they have no idea or no picture about what is music therapy. But also, so I have to okay, so I can do just start from only one person is okay. We can start just with our guitar, that is okay. And after that I would like to develop my job in the hospital, but just to give me a chance to work here, something like that. And yeah, so that's how I get my job.
Okay, so I can see that many of you are very brave to make the initial contact with people that you know. Explain that you are no longer doing the same thing that you did before. You are now a music therapist and you can offer different things. So I bet those process must have not been easy. But maybe we can move on to so how do you promote yourself? And especially for those programs that I know Prim and Tay studied attune music therapy of a private or associate, not associated, private institute, or would you say private practice. So as you are contacting and designing different programs, things that you can do, what kind of challenges, what kind of processes have you utilized to get your practice going? And what kind of things have you done already? Yeah, Prim.
Sorry. Yeah, so I think for me the pain point that kept me going was that I want jobs. So that means that, okay, we need to be able to create our own jobs as well. So that was always in my mind. I want to create jobs. I want people to know about music therapy. So what do I do and how do I start? I ran to Dr. Lee and then we asked for supervision. But then after we me and the Teg have our heads wrapped, oh, how do we start this? So I went and contacted several places. So I went and contacted emotional support event. I didn't know them before. I saw them that they were really popping up on Facebook, and then there were a lot of likes. So I thought maybe oh, people don't know what music therapy is. Maybe I just go in and say hi. And yes, we were able to get a Zoom meeting. So from that time, I start to know, okay, so if I contact someone, I need to ask for an appointment, and if I ask for an appointment, I need to sell. So it's something like this. So it's the process of, okay, they say appointment, sell, and then pitch during the sale, and then pilot the activity. And piloting is really important because we get to know what kind of client or what kind of people they are, what are the things that they like. They can feedback and tell us as well what they find was good, or how we can make our workshop more for them. And after we do the pilot, and then we have the our workshops, and then that comes and then we do our own then we talk for supervision again with Dr. Lee, and also see how we can make it better. But the important thing is that each time we have to understand what kind of client we have and what kind of activities would be associated for that. So yeah, so we're doing mental health workshops for public and corporate, and then and because we are able to do 3 pilot sessions successfully at Chulalongkorn University. We were really lucky because I know Ajahn Panapi. She was my advisor for my independent study for my bachelor and also for my master's. So I was able to get in contact with her, and I presented about music therapy, and that's how we got contacted later with the Chula HR staffs, and then we're going to be doing the the workshops, 3 workshops in May and also 3 workshops in July. And if that works, we're gonna able to continue more. So, but what happens is that once we're able to say, oh, we're doing at Chulalongkorn University, and then we use that as a selling point to other places too. So then, yeah, so sales skill, really important. So then we used that point and then we went into Gymboree and then we said, we're going to work at Chula. They're already saying yes. Do you want to try? They ask for a proposal, so we write a proposal, we do the pilot again, and the whole thing starts again. And yeah, so if I would like to just show a bit of image like quickly of yes of what we do. So for example, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, also, so this was an example of us, me and Tete doing mental health workshop for Gymboree. So Gymboree is a corporate and they are teachers for young kids for their development. So we know that they must like having fun, expressing. So we wanted to have that and use that to provide music in that kind of way where they can feel that they're able to be themselves in an environment that they might not have that much like this kind of fun in another setting, something like that. Yeah, so this is something that we did. And feel free to follow. There's some QR code and Facebook page. Sorry, but I had to put it there.
Still
Yes.
pitching for a job.
I know. Yes.
Always
That is
That's
all.
pitching.
good.
That is all for me. But yes, that's pretty much it. And thank you very much for listening.
Oh, I have to ask this. So what do you mean by attune music therapy? What did you think about? How did you come up with the name?
So attune is like it's like connecting. Mm. So I just thought that like it's a nice word because with music we connect with people, but not all the time through like speaking. There's the music itself, the music experience itself that allows us to connect with the non-verbal as well. So I thought that was nice, and at the same time I thought the word tune was nice. So like at then this tune. So I thought it was a play of word of like attunement and also attune. Like
Attunement.
yeah.
Mm. So you're in tune with others, with your client, with music.
Yes.
Okay, so as the partner in crime, Mr. Tete, how did you feel about all this process of going to places and pitching sales and doing workshops for all these people?
I completely agree with Tim's approach. I think it's yeah, you need to be able to sell yourself, and you also need to be able to sell the profession. Our profession is so new, it's so unheard of, it's so misunderstood that you need to have that skill to be able to pitch yourself and what you do um, to shape it in the correct direction that you want it to go. So, so far in this event, we have heard that we might have to sell to HR at a hospital, sell to your professors, sell to whoever. Then you might have to sell to other places as well, like corporates and schools. And I have a list. Other disciplinary therapists, art therapists, and physical therapists, yeah. Because art therapists and physical therapists, they already have an establishment. They are already an accredited profession. So therefore, if you sell to them, if you are able to work with them, collaborate with them, it will bring lots of opportunities for you. So that's how you sell yourself. You need to have good speaking skills, um, presentation skills, and also teaching skills. So that's how you sell yourself. And then selling the profession of music therapy is not easy. To be able to sell music therapy very convincingly, because the word therapy itself, as I found out these past few months, has a bit of a negative connotation to it. And need to kind of work around that. Like we use the word music therapeutic workshop or music activities for corporate clients, for example. but we base it under music therapy, but we don't sell the word therapy. We sell the word music, exploration of yourself through music. Yeah. So that kind of wordings has a better connotation, has a more positive kind of perspective on it. So that's like some of the key things that you need to know, to try, in order to be able to serve the profession in a society that doesn't understand music therapy yet. Yeah. So hopefully I'm
Yeah.
doing the right thing, but we'll see. You know, it's too early to tell. Yeah.
Well, looking
Yes.
at the different types of programs that you and Prim already landed, it seems like you are on the right track. And we started out small with 10 people workshop, now 40, and now it's 200. So there is no limit. It really definitely seems like there are more skill set that is needed in order to promote yourself. And also, we often today talked about like sales, but maybe the word sales doesn't seem that close to us, but it's actually what we do all the time when we conduct a research. It is to convince the audience about the effectiveness of music therapy through the hard evidence that we can find in the field. So we need to be able to persuade them with convincing evidence and the rationale that we can come up with. So that's wonderful that you are being able to develop all these extra skills to address and the issues there. Um, so let's talk about some other strategies you might have used to present music therapy or promote music therapy. So let's see. Um, Peach, would you like to share some of your strategies in that you found helpful?
Oh, yes, yes. It's just like what they mentioned earlier, but learning from multidisciplinary team is really important. When you have opportunity internship, during your internship at any other placement that you have, I encourage you to observe them, to learn from them. It can be psychotherapist, physical therapist, art therapist, or even the occupational therapist. So you just learn from them how they expect, how they engage and approach their client, and you just learn from them and just adapt it in your own way, into in the music therapy way, and that the way that how can you create, how to talk to people, that the connection about the music therapy and of the disciplinary team, that it helpful together. They can work well together, and that is the benefit to our client. So if we get that point and talking about this aspect to the board member, that is very effective to be present what we are doing in music therapy. And and I do in my experience, I create my slide. It's easier to talk, and also I do the brochure. Just put information into a paper. Physical paper is easier to read, right? For someone that walk to you, you just, oh yeah, take this. The information is inside the paper already. Thank you.
Yeah, so creating a brochure with your information and also name card is very important. And being able to talk in the language of the people who you are talking to. So Peach mentioned something about collaborating with other people. Depending on the field that they are coming from, everyone has a different objective. So, for example, if you're working with someone from the education field, they are interested in how music therapy can promote learning. So we need to use their language and their vocabularies to explain what music therapy is. If you are working with physiotherapists, they are interested in how music can enhance the physical rehabilitations. So when you learn those languages and how they think, how they understand, and what kind of assistance they need, you can actually provide the right kind of information that they are looking for. So collaborating with other people to understand where they're coming from, and understand their job can really help you to promote yourself. So that's wonderful aspect and also tip that Peach shared. Anyone else to share their strategies? I'm sure everyone has their own ideas and tips.
Okay, I can share strategies to promote music therapy, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I think we have shared a lot about selling, like us doing the work. But what I like is that I want to make people do the work for me. So I can. So what we do in the hospital is we make ourselves visible in the multidisciplinary team meetings. We collaborate with other professionals and we make them our allies. So we make them see the benefits of music therapy and we make them be the ones that's recommending music therapy to the doctors. Yeah, so I think so instead of putting all the pressure on ourselves, because we are just like one person or two people in the hospital with like 2,000 staff, right? If we can just sell ourselves to that 10 people who sit in the multidisciplinary team meeting and they all represent one profession each and let them do that spreading, I think the impact is much bigger. It's like exponentially it's like exponential growth, right? So I think that's one of the strategies that we have been using. So we have been working very closely with some speech therapists, physios, medical social workers, and we make very good friends with the senior consultants, senior doctors, and we make them be the one that bring music therapy forth in the hospital. So that's one strategy that we're using. Yeah.
It's awesome. And I also liked what Estelle earlier said, and I think Prim also said something similar to that. So we always bring some kind of music experience to them when we explain. So instead of just explaining with theories and evidence and definitions, but let them experience what music can do, how it affects our relationship. So that does really help as well. Anyone else wants to share about strategies? So another topic that I had in mind was so that now we had gone through this process of promoting yourself, got the job. So how was the reality different and what you have learned from these experiences? What kind of things that you gained from this practical knowledge? So Dr. Un, would you like to talk about that?
So sorry. So the question is like for the challenge after we like presenting our work, like propose our work. So
So
something
like
like that.
what kind of new knowledge that you gained from all
Knowledge.
this process and
Yes, okay. So the new knowledge. I think so we have to can like to summary just in the very short sentence because actually like so many medical staff they have just only very limited time to listen to us, so they didn't want to listen to something like the music therapy is the use of music and musical element or something like that. No, so you have to like to brief your work. So this is like the totally new skill that you have to explain the music therapy that is very big and very widely used with so many population, but you have to like, this is like for the goal, like for the symptom and for the non-pharmacological treatment and like for the psychosocial support, for the spiritual support, something like that. You have to like to group everything that can be like, okay, so they can get the picture of what we are doing for like as a music therapist. I think this is like the very new knowledge because when we study in the program we have to like study everything and like for the detail of each one, but in the real world like nobody will like to listen to you for like the whole things. They will give you just like I think 1 minute is something like that sometimes. Yeah, so I think this is like very challenge and the new thing that we like that I gain this skill. And in addition, like you have to, I think also like the musical skill also because the variety of the population. So we need to approach every patient and not only like just like music that you familiar with, but you have to, or sometimes like patient can propose something that very totally different from what you know, and you have to try the way to match yourself with the patient. And there are like so many different like in the detail of each patient. So this is like the new thing that you have to develop. And sometimes you meet the patient that you never like, oh, like what is this condition or something like that before. So you also have to I think we always study, like we always reading like to gain the new knowledge. We have to like to read the research, like the guidelines, something like that, to update our knowledge. Because like everyone, you are like the only one person in the hospital that know about the music therapy, and everyone will come to you one about what they want to know about the music therapy. So you have to like to be able to answer them everything like in the correct and right way, and also like easy to understand. Yes. Thank
So
you.
the learning never ends.
Yes.
Yes. And just like we talked about the music therapy symposium in Singapore, we also have um, Thai Music Therapy Association just formed this year. So we are very excited, and we are also going to have those continuing education opportunities. And Music Therapy Alumni Club also is an organization of our alumni, and we also try to provide those continuing education. So continuing education needs to happen at the individual level, but also at the collective level. And I'm hoping that we could create more opportunities. So I think I like this topic, what you learned new from your experience. So anyone wants to add to that?
May I talk about
Yes,
self-care?
yes. Oh, yeah, that's good. Good
So,
topic.
so what happened to me was that I worked straight for two weeks straight, and then I become sick for 3 4 days, and that was very unhealthy, and it doesn't work really well. So I come to learn that when you're actually working, self-care or just resting or just doing nothing is so important, and it's still difficult for me to this day, very difficult. But because I get sick quite like often, I come to learn, oh, we really need to rest. And yes, and different people have their own different kind of self-care strategies. For me, I somehow find that coming back and playing my own, like the music that I like, learning new songs that I like, hearing songs that I enjoy in the genre that I like, really helps fulfill that part of like, oh, this is why we like music from the beginning. Because sometimes, like for me especially, I go deep into the work, and sometimes I kind of like go into the job, but forgetting like what brought me into music therapy in the beginning. And then when I am able to play that myself, able to learn new songs, able to play music with my friend, my boyfriend, and so on, it's like, oh, this is the feeling of why music is important from the beginning, because it allows us to connect with one another. So that helps
Mhm.
me in a way. Yeah.
Absolutely. So if you are only using music for the betterment of our clients, what does that do? So we need to continue to use music for ourselves as well. That's wonderful feedback. So maybe as we are approaching the end of the talk, maybe if you guys have something to share about like, what would you like to share to this aspiring music therapist, current music therapist? Um, is there some tips that you'd like to share? Some insights that you might want to share as a tip to this applicants or new students. So who would like, Peach, would you like to try?
Okay. The tips for me is just be open mind, be open to learn, and be open to many opportunities that come in. It was like a film said that just a volunteer, just one time volunteering is can lead to one a big event. Yeah, opportunity. Just be open and prepare yourself. Uh, uh, Gathering information, gathering yourself, uh, make yourself strong and be confident. Don't forget yourself, and yeah, keep going. Yeah.
Thank you. Any other feedback that you would like to share? Um,
Yeah,
yes,
I
Pim.
want to say that so the process of getting jobs is different for everyone. Some is easier, some is more difficult, and so on. But I want to mention that don't forget that especially for current music therapy students, don't forget that you have each other. Like even when things are difficult, when you're able to like share, oh, I just talked to this company and they said yes, oh they said no or something like that. It helps you to feel that you're not alone, and then there are people that you're able to talk to and then might have similar journey with you. So don't forget that you also have like other people who are surrounding you or might or could help you, or it could be even like the faculty, the staffs, or anyone that is near you, because I think that inside people think that music therapy is good as and is important, and I feel like that's why people are open to sharing like pitches. They're open to like learning more about it. And that is a good start. So yes, I just want to mention that.
Thank you. Very nice feedback. So while other people also think about how they would like to share their tips, I don't think we heard much from Puni. So Puni, I wanted to ask you about your job, what you learned from your job, and maybe you can tell us about who you work with a little bit more in Kunken.
I think it's I move. Uh, I learned to present and show music therapy, want to some Poland understand to music therapy. In Poland, in Thailand, some people don't get music therapy can use. I present, I can show it's a music therapy can help to the people, everything. I for now I have my experience to work in uh nursing home and Khon hospital in elderly center. I can hope it's very practice a lot of myself and continue to think about. I think it's learning more than study master degree in work. And work music therapy have a lot of excited to every day in work. Yes.
That's good. I'm sure the elderly clients really love you. That's good. Thank you.
Thank
So,
you.
as we close, we have any tips and comments that you would like to share? Moon, Estelle, Fim, the last pitch that you'd like to share?
Estelle, you can go first.
Estelle thinks just enjoy the process. It's really like I'm learning new things every day. So just enjoy the process. And if you have not applied for this program, please apply as soon as possible so that you can start this journey. Yes, that's my tip. Yeah.
Oh, Estelle is selling for me. Moon, it's your turn now.
Okay, I think like for maybe everyone that is here, maybe like you interested in the music or you like music, and this is a job that you can do what you like every day. So it's very special when you know that your voice like is powerful enough to help someone, or your music, your guitar playing, or like your skill, also your communication skill and everything is skill like can help someone, like really help them. So and this is like not only the job that we like all work like every day same thing, but it's very special thing every day and every patient. So just like special thing for like the special like person that I think like for me like the client is someone that very special, that we are like going to them to see them like really like for the whole person. So this is the job that you can do something you like every day. Yes, that is what I want to say. Thank you.
Yeah, well, do what you like to do. That's really something. Absolutely, and especially that one is a medical doctor, and you could get much more higher salary doing that job, but it's rather do music therapy. So which is like your own choice, and it provides more fulfilling experience. So that does say a lot about your passion for music therapy. I really appreciate that. So so that's wonderful. Do you have any last word that you want to share? Y- just let me know. So the event today is scheduled till 8:30. So we have 10 more minutes. So if you have a question that you would like to ask our graduates or me, you can do that now. And also, it doesn't have to be a question. It can be your impression or what you learned and how anything was useful or helpful for you. Maybe our current students can also share from your experience of participating today. Hi, patient, connecting from Belgium, right? So, do you have any questions? All right. So, well, as you are thinking about your question, let's take a group photo so that we can leave a record of today's event. So, could everyone please turn on your camera so we can at least have a capture a screen for the group photo? Whoa, Tay, where are you? Yes, please turn on your camera so we can take a group photo. Right, are you ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, one more. 1, 2, smile. Nice, nice. Thank you very much. Okay, so as I was going through some of the questions that our prospective students had, um, it was something to do with the schedule about next semester. So I was thinking that I actually haven't showed this to our current student yet, but I guess because I'm still trying to finalize some of the classes with the professors, but I can briefly show what the plan looks like so that you can get a better idea of how the schedule will be this next semester. So I'm opening my Excel file now and hopefully it will, okay, there we go. All right, so let me share my screen so you can see how the classes will look like. So I have been working on to create this schedule for the first semester of 2023 and 24. And you are looking at the year one schedule. So the year one, the newly entering students will have classes: music therapy assessment, song and recreative method, introduction to music therapy practicum, and psychology and neuroscience of music. So during the week, during the regular schedule, we'll have class on Tuesday evening, Wednesday afternoon and evening, and Thursday afternoon and evening. So there is no morning classes, and there are no classes on Monday or Friday. So hopefully you'll be able to plan your practicum in a nearby institutions on Monday or Friday or morning times of these during the weekdays. When and these online classes don't meet every week. So if you look at on the right side, this is the table that shows actual dates that we are going to meet. So for music therapy assessment, we meet 5 times, 3 times on September and 2 times in October. For song and recreative method, we have more online courses. So 8 times. So 4 times in September, twice in October, and twice in November. So depending on the type of class, the distribution between online class and offline class is different. So in terms of assessment, there are more intensive class that is required. So that's why we only have five times of online classes. In terms of psychology and neuroscience of music, this is all online class with Dr. Wagner from United States. So there will be no class for the intensive for this part. So this is how it's going to what it looks like for the intensive schedule. So we are going to meet from October 24th to November 5th. And in the morning of the first 6 days, we are going to have assessment. In the afternoon, we are going to have clinical seminar. In the afternoon, we have self-experiences for the first year students. In the following week, we'll have introduction to music therapy with me and a second set of clinical seminar with me and Dr. Funian and song and recreative method class. So that's for the first year students. The year two will have human disability class with Dr. Kirkiat and his team. So gotta be excited for those medical classes on Monday morning. And we have evening classes on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and afternoon class for Thursday. So, and this is how the intensive classes look like. And so I'm waiting to hear from the professors to check on the last part of the scheduling, but I think it's almost set. So I'll be sharing the class schedules soon on Google Classroom. So that's one of the questions that I often got from the applicants. Any other questions? Let me see. Okay, well, do you have any questions for me? Anyone from the audience? Otherwise, I will go through the list of questions that I got earlier. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Could I get the schedule? Oh, so if you apply and get accepted, we will send out email about when how the schedule will work. So and also please email me. You can let me put my email address in the chat box. So I will be able to answer more your specific questions regarding our program and the application process. For those of you who already applied, but officially our program is now moving out of graduate school. Being part of the graduate school comes with its perks, but also there were a lot of administrative errors and difficulties. So what we decided to do is manage our program from Faculty of Fine and Applied Arts entirely. So for those of you who already applied, probably you will be asked to apply again to go into the official university sites because we now closed down the graduate school application route. So now there will be another application route where it says Faculty of Fine and Applied Arts. So if you already applied, please bear with us. And I know it's a little bit of tedious process to submit the online application again, but that will make things much easier. And also there are a thesis track and a non-thesis track. Officially starting this year, we decided to promote only the independent study course. So the IS process will still give plenty of research experience. And also for those of you who want to pursue PhD program later on, there is no problem with going to non-thesis track because it's a process that does not require thesis. We still require, but it's called mini thesis. It's an independent study. And actually, I did an independent study at Temple University in United States, and so there was no problem with that. So if you have questions about that, you can also let me know. From today's participants, there were some questions about is the program accredited by other associations in outside of Asian area, like American Music Therapy Association. And actually, they do not have official accredited list of schools outside of the United States, but they have the organizations such as CBMT, which is the organization that manages music therapy board certification. They do have list of qualifications that if our program meets, that we can apply for their certification process. And actually this past month, Ms. Estelle got the MTBC. So that explains that our program qualifies to be accredited and also that our students can apply for the exam. Of course, the exam is not easy and it takes a lot of work, but our students will have no problem getting approved by other associations as a certified music therapist. Do you have any other questions for me? Since it's past 30, I would like to end right at the time that I promised. So unless you have a question, I would like to end today with a huge thanks to all our panel members and also our students who participated today and our guests for having interest in our program and registering and checking out and participating in our event on online open house tonight. So please send me an email if you have questions. And we are very welcoming, nice group of people. So don't hesitate to reach out. And I will look forward to seeing you on campus or online. And I'm looking forward to sharing our knowledge and passion for music therapy. Okay, we have a question here. Is it available to use traditional music therapy? Okay. So yes, please let me let's talk individually, but I would like to address this question just a little bit. So each culture has the rich traditional music or classical music. And depending on the country and the culture, the dominance of the traditional music is quite different. For example, in Korea, where I'm from, um, we still have a keen understanding and touch with Korean traditional music, but we grew up more with the Western music or K-pop music or Korean folk song, which is quite different from the traditional music. So when we hear or when we make those music, when you play those instruments, it touches a different kind of aesthetical quality that we usually don't experience. So the question is, do you use traditional music in music therapy? And I do think there is a room for utilization of traditional music. But when we bring music therapy into schools, hospitals, psychiatric settings, or nursing homes, they are looking for hard evidence that this can really work. And the evidence that we currently have is based on the westernized music from our culture. So because of that, we still rely on using those kind of music, more popular music that we often listen to and play. So as we are coming from Asian countries with cultures that we have reached in various different types of styles of music, I think it's our job to conduct research and explore different way of implementing those traditional music. And I'm sure there are some roles that we can play with the addition of the music. All right, thank you for wonderful question to end with, and I hope you have a wonderful evening and look forward to communicating more with you. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night. Bye bye.